Please welcome from the Eberhardt School of Business, Benjamin Carlston.
And so we've been asked to showcase something that we do for our students that's amazing at the business school. And what we're here to talk about today is the Student Investment Fund, which is, as of Friday, worth almost $3.5 million. And it is completely operated and managed by the students. I'm simply the faculty advisor. And they make all the research, all the decisions. And in light of that, I'm just going to turn the time over to them and let them discuss all the amazing things that they do as part of that class. So here we have two of our students, Martin Pham, who's majoring in business, and his concentration is MIS and marketing, so not even finance, and yet still excited and interesting in the investment fund, and he's graduating in the spring. And then we also have Daria Labintseva, who's also majoring in business, in international business, and in finance, and she's graduating this December, so congratulations to her on that. And I'll turn the time over to them, so thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Carlston. Thank you, everyone, for being here and having us here. My name is Martin Pham, and I'm Chief Operating Officer for the Student Investment Fund. This is my fourth year at the university. I'm studying business administration with a concentration in marketing and MIS. This is my second semester with the Student Investment Fund, and I'm currently the technology sector analyst.
Good afternoon. My name is Daria Labintseva, and I'm CEO of Student Investment Fund. I'm finishing my last semester in University of the Pacific with International Business and Finance concentrations. And this is also my second semester in Student Investment Fund, and I'm taking care of consumer discretionary sector this semester.
Now, the Student Investment Fund is fully student-run under the guidance of Dr. Carlston. And we actively manage a portfolio of $3.5 million, investing into stocks, bonds, funds, and other financial instruments.
The fund started back from 2007 through generous donation of $1 million of Douglas Eberhardt and Eberhardt family.
Now, first we would like to share how we got started with the fund and overall background in our financial background. So, coming from a marketing and MIS background, I never really had contact with finance, right? So I took an internship at a local community bank up in West Sacramento, and so that's kind of how I started my finance, because I was in the accounting and finance department. And then I took a finance class where I was introduced to the basic financial concepts, and towards the end of that class, we actually all participated in a virtual stock competition. That's really when I got excited about investing into the stock market and picking individual equities. And towards the end of that semester, my cousin, who was at the time in the Student Investment Fund, he asked me, well, if you like investing into stocks so much, why don't you just join the school fund? And so I did.
As for me, my freshman year, I was studying with one of my teammates from school tennis team, and she was the member of Student Investment Fund, and she was working on one of her reports, and I saw all those charts, graphs, and crazy numbers she was working with. But I was fascinated by her ability to understand and analyze all that data, so I decided I also want to learn that, and later on I applied to Student Investment Fund, and here I am doing the same thing.
The Student Investment Fund is an extremely amazing and rewarding experience. Many of our students actually go the extra mile, put in the extra effort for their work because they know that the skills that they will acquire will be useful for many years to come. For example, when I first started, to be honest with you, I was quite bad with time management, and because of the immense workload, that quickly got rectified.
Additionally, we learn how to work as a team and achieve goals as a team. Besides that, Martin and I, we get a chance to be on executive board, which added an extra layer to our responsibilities and taught us how to manage our team.
Many of the new incoming students actually face a steep learning curve because they have to learn how to use the Bloomberg terminals, which is a computer that is used by financial professionals even on Wall Street. And they have to learn how to use the functions, how to build on their basic financial foundation. And speaking of actually the Bloomberg terminal, the Eberhardt School of Business actually has a tent outside the school, and we'll be showcasing how to use the terminal and what it actually is.
And to give you an example how well we have done since the inception, Student Investment Fund had grown over 10% annually. And this is my pleasure to announce that year to date, our portfolio had grown 20%, which is roughly $600,000 in market value.
Now Thank you. Now, the best performing stock that we have held for almost a year now is Alliant Technologies. This company manufactures clear and invisible orthodontics under the brand name Invisalign, and this stock actually returned over 100% to our fund.
Sometimes we don't always get it right, such as with Alaska Airlines. The reason why we decided to invest in our Alaska Airlines is because we expected holiday season to pick up and all subsector of airlines to get all the profits from it. However, our expectations didn't materialize. But we have specific mechanisms in place that limit our losses.
Many of you might be wondering, where do all the profits go? Well, most of it actually gets reinvested back to the fund. However, 4% of the annual balance gets distributed back to the university. Since 2007, since inception, we've actually distributed over $948,000 back to the university.
Besides getting all of that experience in the trading room, we also get a chance to go to New York trip and participate in annual conference that hosts over hundreds student investment funds like us. But what was more important, that we get a chance to listen to keynote speakers who are really influential people in the finance world.
For example, in New York, we had the chance to listen to James Bullard, who is still the CEO and president of the Federal Bank of St. Louis, and he was talking about the changing interest rate environment and how it was affecting the stock market. Now, finally, as we come to a close, we would like to thank all of our donors for their generous contributions and their continuous support. For not only has it provided us with a unique learning opportunity, but also because it has opened new opportunities and forever shaped our career paths.
We hope we have been able to convey how fortunate we are to participate in one of the best academic programs this university has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention.